Hi guys. My name is शुभम हिरन परिक और ये वीडियो स्पेशली इसलिए मैं ये सीरीज़ स्टार्ट कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि मुझे बुक रीडिंग की इतनी आदत नहीं है एंड आई वांटेड टू ट्राई समथिंग न्यू ऑन यूट्यूब। मैं बुक रीडिंग एक चैनल स्टार्ट करना चाहता था जिसमें मैं बुक रीड्स करूँ आपके सामने, क्योंकि मुझे इतनी आदत नहीं है बुक रीडिंग की एंड एक्चुअली आई हेट रीडिंग बुक्स। सो मैंने कुछ सोचा कि मैं क्यों ना कंसिस्टेंटली वीडियोस अपलोड करूं, और इससे एक तो वीडियो अपलोड करने का प्रेशर में मुझे कंटिन्यूस रोज़ पढ़ना पड़ेगा, और इससे एक फ़ायदा ये होगा कि मैं एक बुक रीडिंग एविड बुक रीडर शायद बन जाऊँ, जो कि मैं चाहता हूँ बनना। एंड ऑफ कोर्स वी ऑल नो कि कितने फ़ायदे हैं बुक रीडिंग के, कितने बड़े बड़े बिलियनर्स बुक रीडिंग का बोलते हैं और खुद भी इतना बुक रीड करते हैं। सो आई थॉट दैट दिस इज़ रियली गुड इनिशिएटिव एंड आइडिया कि ये स्टार्ट होना ही चाहिए। मेरा पर्सनल इंटरेस्ट है बिजनेस, फाइनेंशियल इंडिपेंडेंस और मनी मेकिंग, पैसा बनाना मेरे को उसमें इंटरेस्ट है। तो मैंने ये बुक आज स्टार्ट करूँगा मैं, 10 कमांडमेंट्स फॉर फाइनेंशियल फ्रीडम बाय मेहरा बिरानी। हाँ, ये इन्होंने ये बुक लिखी है बाय मेहरा बिरानी, और ये बुक मैं स्टार्ट करना चाहूँगा। अच्छी है बुक, मतलब मैंने उसका अबाउट सेक्शन पढ़ा, पीछे ये पढ़ा, फिर अंदर रिव्यूज़ भी लिखे हैं कुछ बड़े बड़े लोगों ने, तो वो मैंने बहुत अच्छा लगा मुझे। सो आई थॉट व्हाई नॉट start with this book. I'm also interested in becoming financial freedom. I mean, who doesn't want to become financial freedom, right? So ऐसा ही नहीं था, मुझे इन्वेस्टमेंट के अलग अलग तौर तरीके भी जानने थे। सो दिस इज़ रियली गुड बुक फॉर इट। और इसमें पूरा ऐसा लिखा है कि दिस बुक इज़ फॉर टोटल बिगनर्स। आई मीन, मुझे कुछ नहीं पता, मैं कॉमर्स का बच्चा नहीं हूँ, मैं साइंस का स्टूडेंट हूँ, इंजीनियरिंग कर रहा हूँ। तो मुझे नहीं पता कि क्या कुछ चीज़ें होती है, जैसे बैंक में या फिर इन्वेस्टमेंट के समय क्या क्या चीज़ें लागू पड़ती है, मुझे नहीं पता। तो उसमें पूरा ये एकदम टेक्स्ट बुक जैसा नहीं है, दिस इज़ फॉर यार टोटल बिगिनर्स, उसमें ऐसा लिखा है। सो आई थॉट दिस इज़ अ परफेक्ट बुक। लेट्स स्टार्ट विद दिस राइट नाउ टुडे। चैप्टर 1, इंट्रोडक्शन। Chapter 1, Introduction, The Road to Financial Freedom. First of all, congratulations for buying this book. By doing so, you have made the best investment in yourself. Now, why did you buy this book? Perhaps you did so because you realized that money is not the solution to your problems. Or perhaps because you understand that your financial problems are not going to be solved merely by earning more money. Maybe you did so because you are in constant battle with your finances and you actually want to win this game of money. Or perhaps because you want to learn about the behavior of money in its entirety, including how to earn it, how to protect it, how to budget, how to save, how to spend it, how best to leverage it, how to invest, and how to insure it. Exactly, I wanted to learn all of these things. I mean, literally, I want to learn all of these things. So this is really good book for me. Even if you want to learn this book, learn these things, please purchase this book. Possibly you purchase this book not only because you want more money, but also because you are eager to know the best ways of earning income and protecting it from financial predators, and how to pay yourself via budget surplus. Also, perhaps because you want to clearly understand how saving is not investing. Learn how to spend in order to earn, how to save when spending, how to recognize the difference between good and bad debt, and how to unleash the power of positive leverage, how to invest with proper asset allocation, and understand the importance of financial insurance. Hopefully, you bought this book because you want to permanently solve your money problems by achieving financial freedom. why you should read this book. Now this is really interesting. I mean, why you should read this book. So why you should read this book? After all, there are so many books available on self-help, investment, finance, business and money. Yeah. Is there really need for a new book on money? What is so unique about this book? Why should you spend your precious time, money and energy over it? What purpose will reading this book serve? Really interesting question. This is not a textbook on finance, investment or money. True, the book often uses some of the terms used in finance textbooks, but it defines and uses them totally differently. The meaning and context in which the word are used in this book will probably not be found anywhere else. This book challenges conventional wisdom and thinking about money. More importantly, you don't need any prior knowledge of any of the subjects in order to profit from this book. The only the only prerequisite the only prerequisite is a burning desire to solve your money problems and start the incredible journey of achieving financial freedom. I sincerely believe that this book will be equally useful both to a seasoned investor and a new investor. Now I am a new investor. मुझे कुछ नहीं पता investment के बारे में, but I want to start, so I hope so this book will really help me. I assure you that you will find this to be a refreshing new book on age-old subject of money. After reading this book, it is my sincere dream, hope and belief that you will view money from a total different plateau. Purpose of the book. Okay. Moses received the 10 commandments of proper living from Jews. Purpose of this book. Moses received the 10 commandments of proper living from Jesus Christ. This book gives you 10 financial commandments, the 10 principles of money which will help you permanently solve your financial problems. The 10 commandments of financial freedom given in this book deal with all aspects of money and personal finance, including earning, protecting, budgeting, saving, spending, leveraging, investing, insuring, etc., with the aim of providing you a complete perspective on sustainable long-term wealth creation. This book will not teach you how to earn money, okay, although it will tell you the most effective way of doing so. Actually, God has given all of us at least one unique ability or gift. We just have to recognize and harness the unique ability. True. How much you earn them depends on how much you develop your unique knowledge and ability with which you are gifted, and how you reach your highest potential through dedication, determination, hard work, sincerity, patience, and perseverance. Chiefly, this book deals with what to do once you earn money, because earning money is not the complete solution to your financial problems. In fact, in most of cases, it is the beginning of financial problems. Without money, you don't have any financial future. The poor spend their daily earnings on day-to-day necessities of life and have no savings left. Yeah, generally this things happens in lower or in poor class. Like they earn daily wages and the daily wages is gone in daily food necessities. So they really don't. They have nothing to left over with of money in terms of money. Just earning money does not solve financial problems. There are also numerous cases of people getting windfall gains in form of lottery winnings, inheritance, etc., who lose it all in short span of time and get back to where they started, or in many cases end up in worse state of affairs mentally, emotionally and financially. This is because they just spend their newfound wealth on wasteful expenses or in acquiring luxury assets, thinking them to be assets. Now this is really true because I remember that I'm now earning a bit of money. I'm 19 years old, and I'm not earning money by working. I'm earning money. Of course, I'm earning money by working, but not like working outside. I'm working in my home. I'm doing cleaning of my house, and my father and mother pay it for me. Because I don't want to earn money just like that, or you can say that I don't want to get money from them in terms of pocket money. So I make money myself by cleaning things at my house. So I remember that I wanted a cap. Wait, yeah, this is the cap I wanted, and I spent like over 250 rupees behind this cap. So yeah. We were, yeah. This book will show you the correct financial path to follow once you have earned money. It will open a totally new gateway in way you think about money. It will open a totally new gateway in the way you think about money. Really powerful. It will deal with how to protect your money from legal financial predators, budget for yourself, save, preserve, and take care of it. Intelligently save while spending. Distinguish between different money options and leverage. Insure properly and invest in such a way that your money grows to reach a stage where you stop working for money and instead your money as well as other people's money starts working for you. It will show you what is best for your financial well-being and that of your family. It will break the myth that someone can grow rich and stay wealthy for long just by earning a lot of money. This book will teach you the different rules of money. It will make you understand the different stages of dealing with money and how you can reach the stage of financial freedom. This book focuses on how each one of us can achieve financial freedom. It will show you how we recognize money for what it can buy but don't understand money for what it is worth. We fail to appreciate that the worth of money might be different at different times. Then to a rupee may not be worth the same for a rich person and a poor person. This is actually true. 1 rupee for us or for a lower class people is not equal to one money for upper class people. Rich person. 1 rupee, or you can say 10 rupees. 10 rupees is not equal for a poor person and for a rich person. Of course, it tries to explain why totally rational and intelligent people often make completely irrational money decisions. This book will touch upon all this and other areas. Why do you want to stay poor? Now, this is, yeah, why do you want to stay poor? Why do me want to stay poor? Let me ask you a question which, on the face of it, may seem fairly stupid. Why do you want to stay poor? You likely retort may well be, who the hell wants to stay poor? Yeah, I mean, I don't want to stay poor, neither do you, right? But where do I get the money from? If that's how you think, then this book is for you. Remember, money is the only thing in the world which is available in abundance. And I sounding paradoxical? Nah. Yeah, I mean, you are sounding paradoxical. Mehra Pirani. Think again. Can anyone increase the supply of, say, gold, silver, oil, iron, steel, copper, sugar, wheat, rice, or such real commodities at will? Certainly not. Mother Nature has given us these products which can be grown, mined, or explored, but in limited and finite quality over a period of time. What about money? This is the only thing in the world whose supply can be increased at will. The government has just to order its printing press to print currency notes, and the supply of money is greatly increased in no time. Now you see how money is the only thing in the world which is available in abundance and without any limit. Therefore, I ask you a simple question. When money is available in unlimited quantity, in abundance, then why do you want to stay poor? Don't panic if you don't have the answer to this question. I am confident that by the time you finish reading this book, you would have found the answer. What is stopping you from earning money and growing wealthy? If anybody or anything is truly stopping you from earning money and becoming wealthy, it's only you. Yes, this may surprise you, but it is true. If you think that being poor is stopping you from being wealthy, then you are mistaken. People like Gillett, Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Abraham Lincoln, Mustafa Kemal, Raza Khan, etc., who were born very poor became rich and famous personalities of their time. And that was in the industrial age, when you required factories, machines, mines, etc. to grow rich. In the time of hardware things, like today, if even if you are coding or you make an app, you can be rich. But at that time, you need machines, mining, factories. In that time also, they became rich, starting with really poor background. When you required factories, machines, mines, etc. to grow rich. In today's fast moving information and technology age, you require nothing but an idea. There is a saying that there is nothing so powerful as an idea whose time has come. Equally, there is nothing so harmful than to keep thinking of old ideas. So just open up your mind and shed the myth that you are required initially money to become wealthy. Remember that very few people in the world are born with $1 billion in their bank, and even if they are born that way, they are certainly not capable of taking care of their wealth, nor protecting and growing it. This book is not about how you can grow rich overnight. Instead, it offers you a systemic plan about earning money, the most efficient sources, and then to protect properly, budget, save, spend, leverage, invest, and ensure money so that you always stay rich and wealthy and achieve financial independence. How to grow and stay rich. There are different methods of becoming rich and wealthy in this world, and each of them comes with a price attached to it. But there is one and only one method which will both help you create wealth and stay wealthy throughout your life, in the process making you truly financially free. The following are some methods of accidentally becoming wealthy. Lucky gambler. You can earn money by becoming a lucky gambler, but very few can remain lucky in gambling long enough to accumulate wealth. And even if a lucky gambler is able to accumulate wealth, it's seldom that he or she will be able to retain that wealth and stay wealthy for long. Lucky lottery winner. Then too you should earn lots of money by winning a huge lottery. However, a lucky lottery winner is seldom able to keep the wealth throughout his life. Lucky marriage gambler. You can earn lots of money by marrying someone wealthy. After that, somehow, however, you have to spend your entire life with someone you don't love. Lucky inheritor. You could become rich by inheriting wealth from your parents, relatives, friends, or a well wisher. Again, it is doubtful whether an inheritor would be able to retain the inherited wealth and stay wealthy forever. Lucky star. You can earn money by becoming a lucky star, a movie star, a rock star, singer, sports star, etc. However, it's highly unlikely that you will be able to remain a star throughout your life. Once you cease to be a star, the probability of your being able to keep the wealth and grow it diminishes significantly. Lucky cheater. You can become rich by cheating, robbery, bribery, etc. However, it's likely that your luck will run out one day and you will be caught by the authorities. Freedom from money also means living a worry-free life. What is the use of plentiful wealth if you are constantly leading a fearful life? Therefore, it is not worth becoming rich by any of means mentioned above. Neither do any of these methods guarantee that you will be able to always stay wealthy. Don't misunderstand me. Surely, if you have some talent like singing or sports, or if you inherit wealth or win a lottery ticket, etc., then that's a start. The second and the more important part is know how to deal with money at different stages, how to protect, preserve, and grow your wealth so that you don't just become accidentally rich but stay wealthy throughout and leave a handsome legacy for your future generations or for charity. You have to achieve financial freedom in the true sense. This book is an attempt to help you do that. Am I qualified to write such a book? A moot question which should come to your mind is whether I am qualified to write this book. My educational qualifications include being a chartered accountant, company secretary, and CFA level 1. But are these educational qualifications enough for me to write a book on how people can become financially free? Certainly not. I also have around 13 years of experience in investment banking, research, and fund management, both on the buy and sell side. But that too, by itself does not make me competent to write such a book. What then is required to write a book on winning the battle against money and attaining financial freedom? In my view, the only quality which is required to write such a book is the ability to understand money and its peculiar behavior, because there is nothing as strange in this world as money. Nothing else can be compared to money. It is the only thing which is available in abundance and can be increased at the free will of the government, but it is so scary. But it is so scarce that poor people suffer their whole life for want of it, and middle class simply becomes a slave. Therefore, the only qualification required to write such a book is an understanding of the most peculiar thing in the world, money, and burning desire to impact that understanding to people at large. I humbly hope that I possess both these qualities. You, my reader, will decide whether my assumption is correct. My mission in writing this book. If you think that my reason for writing this book is money, then yes. One of the reasons is that I want to earn money from it. As I mentioned earlier, God has given everybody a gift, and we have to use that gift in order to our maximum advantage. I have the gift of writing and I have using it to my advantage. I have the gift of writing and I am using it in my advantage. However, I would like to add one more point here. We have to use that gift of God not just for purpose of earning money or pleasure. We must also use it for a higher purpose, for the service of mankind. If we use our gift just for the sake of earning money, wealth, or fame, then I'm sure very soon we might lose our gift and not succeed in our mission. Therefore, while one of the reasons for writing this book is certainly to earn money, but there is a higher purpose as well. And remember, there are easier ways of earning money than writing a book. The higher purpose which inspired me to write this book was the pain which I feel when I see the way people deal with money. Today, the rich are getting richer while the poor are getting poorer. We see millions of educated, sincere, hardworking people working harder but earning less, paying higher taxes, saving money which is constantly losing its value to the monster of inflation, and then falling into a debt trap. We see poor people trying to make both ends meet by living a day to day existence. The middle class earn well but acquire liabilities, mistaking them to be assets, and fall in the debt trap from which they are seldom able to come out. The rich, on the other hand, just invent money because they know the rules of money. I want to make these rules of money available to one and all. That has inspired me to write this book. This is my personal mission in writing this book. A word of caution. If you are in search of some secret formula on how to get rich with some hot investment or stock tips, then I dare say that you would be disappointed. Oh, I was expecting that kind of. This book is for students of money, an investment written by a person who considers himself as a student of money and investing. This book is for a thoughtful, inquiring person who wants to learn and explore money and its mysterious ways. And once you learn that, you would be on the path to achieving financial freedom. No retirement planning in this book. Book on personal finance and money usually contain a long chapter on retirement. Not this book, because this book will help you retire from day one. By learning its principles and rules, you are freed from the prison of money. You no longer have to keep working for money. Instead, your money starts working for you. When you reach the stage, then you have attained financial nirvana. And once you attain financial freedom and are master of your own money, do you think you are required a retirement plan? You have already retired from the money trap, and your golden years of gold age would not be such wherein you would be cutting your expenses or living beyond your means. Rather, you would be focusing on wealth planning and thinking of the best ways of giving away your money to charity and to your next generation. Money cannot solve your problems. Before we start on this incredible journey from becoming a prisoner of money to the attainment of financial freedom, I want to clear one misconception which has taken root deep in most people, that money can solve all your problems. I regret to say that money cannot and will never be able to solve your problems. It is not a lack of money which is the problem. It is the lack of knowledge about money and how it works which is the real problem. If you are poor and believe that sudden riches, say lottery winnings, will solve your problem, then you are grossly mistaken. In fact, that will put you into deeper problems if you don't have the right knowledge about money. You will be hounded by all kinds of legal and other financial predators, and it is very likely that not only may you lose all your sudden wealth but even end up in debt. Broken mentality, financially and emotionally. Therefore, both lack of money and too much money can be a problem if not backed by right knowledge. This book is your guide to solving the problem of lack of knowledge about money and the unbelievable journey to financial freedom. If the book serves this purpose, my mission of writing, it will be complete. I wish you all the very best on starting this money journey and great luck of achieving financial freedom. So here the chapter 1 introduction ends, and this chapter 1 giving a short summary. He first of all explained why you should read this book, and it was really good that he explained this question that why should we read Mehrab Irani's 10 Commandments of Financial Freedom book. He explained the difference of why should we actually read this book, and he told here chapter 1 over. So here chapter 1 is over, and tomorrow we will meet with chapter 2. There are like 14 chapters, 14 days.